Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes.
Music.
Producer.
Amateur hour.
I know, I forgot the music.
The producer fired. On.
Nope, I'm going to have to do it. I don't want to. Go Utes.
Go Utes.
Oh my gosh.
We are live. And
Been
we
a
are
while.
here at the round table. And it has been a while since we've done this all together.
It's embarrassing.
I forgot what to do. I forgot to push play. I forgot to end the music. But here we are. Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. And yes, we are around the round table. Anders, you asked us right before we went live if we were ever going to do it in person again.
No.
Here we are. It feels
How you
good.
doing, guys?
It has been a while since we've done this. This is fun.
Yeah, I know.
Does feel good.
Obviously, we have forgotten some things, so stick with us a little bit.
It's been a while, but the comments are working, so that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Welcome. Make sure you are following along, liked, subscribed, give us a thumbs up. We'd love a super chat, a super thanks. Oh, Lonnie,
yeah.
$2. Man, you were here last time.
Hey.
Thank you. Jeez,
Good
you're
to
one.
see you, man.
You're one of the good ones. Make sure you're following along on all of our social media, Twitter, Instagram, join the Facebook group. We do want to thank Thomas Orthodontics for being our wonderful, amazing sponsor. Please look him up at thomasortho.com. And just as we get started, Bet Online is your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season. From baseball, golf, soccer. I guess there's a soccer game going on right now that the USA is not doing so well.
It was 0-0.
Well, that's usually how it goes. To all the top fights in UFC and MMA and boxing, you get every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. And then when the game's over, head on over to Bet Online's online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of their 150 slots games. So head to their website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. Bet Online, the game starts here. Rose, we missed you too.
Hey, Rose.
You know the two, Gary.
Which one of them did
know.
you want to see?
If you have to ask,
Which one of them did you want to see?
if you have to ask, then you aren't the one that she wanted to see.
We all know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go. We'll talk.
I mean, we had this scheduled today, and maybe the university just knew that we were going to be going live tonight, and that is why they announced
Look
this
at that.
today. It is official. Morgan Scalley is the head coach in waiting for Utah football, and I am so happy about this.
We've got to first say now, if anyone got or looked at our shorts or the our YouTube channel or whatever, or on our social media, the Prophetess Bryn. When did you put that out?
So that was after we played UCLA last season in September.
Okay,
So Harlan must have been watching
that's it.
He
because
watches.
I looked right into that camera and I begged him to please secure Morgan Scalley to this team forever and ever. And look, they did. So
She
I can see into the future.
so give her props. She saw it. She put it out into the universe, whatever it is. But what do you think?
James.
What do you think, James? What do you think when you heard it?
I think it's great. I mean, we've all kind of known, right? Like it's kind of been that has been the plan, but I think it's fantastic for a couple of reasons. One is there's always that, was he going to leave? Right. I know that he's had other opportunities to go other places, defensive coordinator positions, head coaching positions. And so number one, the fact that he's staying, he's locked up, he's going to be here. That's awesome. And then for the continuity of the program, for the recruits that are coming in, that uncertainty of, okay, Whittingham's going to retire. This does not mean, by the way, that Whittingham's gone after this year. I think he's got 2 more years, but now it's very clear to say, okay, as soon as he's gone, it's that guy who's been in the program for 20 years.
17 years
Yeah.
he's been on the coaching staff.
And then he played before. So he's been here. He is a Utah man. He is cut from everything Kyle Whittingham has done. And yeah, Texas Mike, I know I've seen the coaching waiting never works. I disagree. When you have come up from learned everything from Whittingham and can go right in, there's no guarantees of anything, but man, I love it. I think it's great.
I mean, that's like you said, we do know he has been given a plethora of offers over the years and some extremely lucrative offers, and he has wanted to stay. This is his home. He has family here. He played at the U. He just wants to stay. And so to have this actually secure, it's fantastic because he's locked in now. He's like, at this point, he wouldn't leave now when he could have left plenty of other times ago. But look at the defenses from the last few years of the University of Utah. That's all you got to do is look at how the defense is played and know that we're in very good hands, extremely good hands. Mm-hmm. And I love that it's just going to continue the Utah tradition and the toughness. I mean, everyone talks about Utah is so tough. Scalley's going to keep that going. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
I think as a Utah fan, you should be ecstatic about that, about this whole thing. Mm-hmm. Everything you've said, but this is great. I mean, so Scalley, he played at Highland High here in Salt Lake. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing him play way back when he played. He was dang good. And then he played at the U. He played under Urban. I think he was second team All-America. A second team All-American as a safety. He played in the Fiesta Bowl. I think when we beat Pittsburgh. And then he became a grad assistant, and that began his career. And then he became and I think it was when we beat Bama in the Sugar Bowl. I think he was the safeties coach at that time. And then he's just made his way. And he was the recruiting coordinator for years, which is huge. Then he became the D coordinator in 2016 till now. And what you said, Bryn, he's been in the program. So he played under Urban and he's coached under Witt, learned from Witt. He's part of the system. He's the D guy of every year, one of the best defenses in the country. So, and then beyond all of that is, I agree with you, is in today's world, the continuity and the culture really matters. I think in this portal NIL era that we live in now, that you come here, there is a culture, and it is. But the other thing is, everyone knows, we don't know for sure, but we know Witt is at the tail end of it. And so when you're out talking to somebody, come and play at Utah, and this is how Utah plays. This is our culture. And they're going, yeah, but I think Whittingham has a couple of years on his contract or whatever it is. We know he's coming to the end. Well, is he going to be here?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Well, now it's like, okay, we don't know for sure, but if not, it's Scalley who is Utah culture.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's Whittingham, the guys that are freshmen right now that are coming in, odds are Whittingham's not going to be the head coach when they're in their senior year. I mean, it's just, that's 4 or 5 more years from now. But you're right. There is a clear path, and it does not change the expectation, the culture. The other thing with Scalley is he was a recruiter in the state of Texas. So, and we have a lot of guys that come up from Texas, Florida, California. That's our heavy. So recruiting, and Utah is recruiting now at a higher caliber than they ever have. I mean, the amount of just talent that's coming in, that's not going to skip a beat now. So we're still going to be able to recruit at that level, bring those guys in. And like you said, the culture, which that's one of the biggest things when you hear like a Joel Klatt or Pate, these guys talk about Utah, it's the culture is one of the first things they talk about. That's not leaving.
I was watching Coach JB show today, and they talked about Scalley. And Sean King comes onto the show. He's a Q that played, I can't remember if it was Tulane, but he was in the NFL with the Bucks for like 5 years or something. But his point is, why don't more universities do the Utah thing?
The continuity.
This would be the template, he thought, to do it like Utah. A great compliment on just the program, the structure of it. And I'm excited about it. And yeah,
well, so that's what
Scalley 44. I think that's correct.
That's about right. Yeah.
He's 44.
Man, young
guy.
Young. Yeah. He and I went to school together.
Well, young for a coach, old just for a human.
Just old. I mean, we're old, but no, what I was going to say is I know some people think, no, let's go out and get somebody new. Let's bring in somebody fresh. That terrifies me because you don't know if it's going to work. Look at all these other schools. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's great. I feel like most of the time you have a guy come in, he does okay for a few years and then he's gone. And then you're trying it again and then he's gone. And you're trying again. That's not what it's going to be. And we've seen the benefit of having a coach who's been in the program for 30 plus years with Whittingham. I love that we are keeping that because it's a huge benefit. And Scalley is good at adapting to the new environment as well. I think Whittingham has been good, but again, he's old school.
Yeah, he's old school.
He's just older. I mean, that's how it goes. But Scalley has that freshness, the perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Lanky Boy asked, do you think we're going to throw more? Don't know. I have no idea.
With Scalley?
That's going to be one of the things to see. What I do know, though, what you can guarantee is we're going to have the kind of defense we play and the D that we have been and are. That's going to continue.
Yeah, the philosophy is going to be very similar.
That'll be there.
It's exciting to me.
And then I think the other question is, who do you think the D coordinator is? I have no idea. I've heard names, but there's Sharif Shaw.
Yeah, I've heard internal names, and then
I've heard some guys outside.
Yeah,
that have been associated with the program. Maybe they'll come and be the D coordinator.
Yeah, who knows?
No, I haven't heard, but
we're still 2 years away from that, in my opinion.
I think so as well.
Yeah, about probably.
So it's great. It's awesome.
It's fantastic. We are thrilled. Utah fans, you should be thrilled. Those of us, or those of you in the Big 12 who maybe don't know all of this about the team, just get ready because the Utah team you see this year, it's going to end up just kind of being the same because Scalley's just going to keep the tradition, the culture, everything.
Yeah, the thing is what's nice about Scalley is not only what you've said about his recruiting and he has influences and sources throughout the country, is that because he's from here and he's been here for so long and he knows so many people, particularly high school and other coaches in different schools and whatever. It's just his connections here in Utah. That's huge to keep people here at the U, let alone the coaches. I know Weddle is really excited.
Yeah,
they're good friends. They played together. Yeah. They're good friends.
Yeah.
Because it's the Utah way. That's a real thing.
Well, and let me say, Morgan Scalley is one of the most stand-up individuals that I've ever met. And I know some people talk trash about him. He is such a good person. They're on Twitter today. Ivan, I don't know his real last name. I just know him from Twitter. He posted that a few months ago. He said something on Twitter about how he was having a really hard time and things like that. And Morgan Scalley DM'd him on Twitter and just said, hey, saw that you're having a hard time. Just want you to know you're amazing. Keep going. Like this whole motivational speech. Like who does that?
He puts stuff out a lot.
He does.
Very positive stuff.
He is a very positive person. He's such a good guy, such an awesome man. I think those players respect him and will love to play for him. I mean, they already do love to play for him. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're obviously high on it. But hey,
we got to win.
But
there's still time.
Whit's the man.
We're still here. I mean, it's not.
I love
he's still the man.
Oh yeah.
He's still yeah.
But I'm just glad that this is taken care of. I figure it was
yes. That's the thing. Like it's not a distraction. It's certain. It's okay. Once he's gone, and okay,
the
next guy's
succession
in.
plan is in place.
He's gonna get a nice little contract when he gets in too. So.
I got to ask you a question, and I'm interested what people in the chat would say. We've brought this. We were just kind of talking about it earlier. what others think about, but where do you get your sports information and your specifically football or college football information? Do you still go to ESPN, Fox, or do you have other sources? I hate ESPN. I don't really go to those for the daily sports. Maybe on game days, where if there's some, the upcoming game, and there's some guys talking about it, or maybe the post game and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But for information on stuff about whatever in sports, no way. I don't like their talking heads on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith is so annoying. I can't believe people listen to that blowhard. So no, I don't listen. So I go elsewhere. I mean, like Klatt. Josh Pate.
Thanks, Rose. I will gladly accept the offensive coordinator. Well, do I want to be defensive coordinator? Maybe I'll be defensive coordinator. I got to fill in for Scalley once he leaves.
Anyway.
No, the only thing I use ESPN, I use their app. Like,
yeah,
during the season on game day, I look at scores and stats and things like that. I never watch ESPN. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Klatt. I listen to Josh Pate. I listen to some of the Barstool ones. And then,
yeah, I listen to Barstool.
I'll see stuff. I'll see writers and things on Twitter, like their articles will pop up. I'll do that. But no, the days of sitting down and watching ESPN they're gone. It's so sad.
Nowadays, look at us, right?
I know Steve Serrell said he has Utah Football Fans
there's
podcast.
So many different ways that you can do it, that the self-righteous of like ESPN or Fox Sports, they think that they are the God's gift to college football. It's like they don't know anything, right? Like that's the reality. They think they talk, and I'm with you. I used to religiously watch Sports Center, right? That was the thing. I don't remember last time I tuned into Sports Center. For me, Center. Podcasts, Twitter, Bleacher Report. Yeah. I have the people that I like, and I just kind of will go to those ones. Pate's a great one. Klatt is probably my favorite when it comes to college football. I think that he is dialed in probably the most. But yeah, Fox Sports, no.
Yeah, if you're reading a lot of people share what we do. I'll go on YouTube and go to team podcasts or league podcasts.
Same.
And I'll see that it's a shorter talking about a specific thing, and I'll click on it. If I like them, I go back to them. You get guys that are right there with the league. There's a couple of guys I watch from the Big Ten. I really like. He used to coach Ohio State. He coached under Urban, receivers coach. Last name Smith. I watch him once in a while. And it's some other guys like that. So I do what a lot of people do: podcasts that talk about other leagues or other teams, some national stuff. But it's usually I either see it through YouTube or maybe through Twitter, and then it catches my eye.
It's a lot of it through Twitter.
I don't go to the major network.
Social media. I will say I'm very excited. If you haven't seen the news, Sean O'Connell is taking over for Bill Riley, his radio show, because Bill's taking another. Sean's great. Sean used to be on the radio here, and then he did some ESPN stuff. He's taking over that segment. I'm really excited about it. So when it comes to covering like the Utes specifically, I think that'll be my go-to.
Because that'll be on ESPN 700.
That'll be on ESPN
radio.
700.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't know that actually. I knew Riley,
you kind of glossed over. So Bill Riley is now going to be working exclusively for Utah Athletics.
Correct.
Because with the new Big 12 contracts and things like that, the university actually has to produce their own broadcast events. Yeah. And there's a hefty number of them that they have to do themselves. So they have to have an actual broadcast team up there doing it. So Bill Riley is now just going to go work for that exclusively and not work for the radio anymore. But yeah, that's a good one.
But that's so hard because like even local up to this point, I don't know. They just kind of, for whatever reason, I just didn't like their show or however they went about it. So much of it was Twitter or other even Utah podcasts. I really enjoyed. There's some ones that have former players on and things like that. I really liked that.
Well, so let me mention Utah football fans. If you haven't heard of this, the Ultimate Sports Bash that's coming up at the Mountain America Expo Center on July 12th and 13th. This sounds so much fun. It's just a weekend of your favorite sports athletes, sports personalities. There are going to be like over 100 Utah players there.
Former or current?
Both.
Okay.
So I've heard Cam's going to be there, Barton, Tafuna, Keithy, Reed, Parks. Like the list goes on. And then they're also going to have
Witt's going to be
Coach Witt's going to be there. They're going to have former players from the Fiesta Bowl team and the Sugar Bowl team. And not just football, but basketball, some gymnastics athletes. And it's not just...
Gymnastics are going to be there. My plans may have changed.
Suddenly
I'm free.
James needs to go. They're going to have games and merchandise. They're going to have a sports car show. You can even learn how to be a pro wrestler if that's in your,
why not?
That's something you might want to do, Gary. Hey, Rose, maybe you can learn to body slam Gary at
Rose.
the Ultimate Sports
My
Bash.
money's on Rose, 100%.
No way.
So go to ultimatesportsbash.com and use the code Utah Football Fans for 20% off your tickets.
Say that again. Gary was talking.
I know. ultimatesportsbash.com. Use the code Utah Football Fans for 20% off your tickets. It's going to be so much fun. July 12th through the 13th, that whole weekend. It's like a Utah fans paradise. And yeah, there are going to be athletes from some other local teams, but really, Utah fans, you need to take over this event. Wear your red, enter to win some giveaways.
Yeah, you do.
No, don't.
Gordon.
Bryn,
We're
don't
going to
put it on the
highlight that.
screen.
That one's funny. Gordon, yeah, I agree.
do.
We don't need to see
Seriously. I'm just telling you.
Gary wear some wrestling tights.
I pick Rose.
All right.
Lanky Boy asked how many points a game we're gonna score this
I
year.
don't know.
What do you think? I think it's gonna be 38-39 a game.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna be.
Sure.
With what we've got.
Averaging
45, I don't think is gonna be
that's
it.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know.
let's do this. So I think maybe a lot of you, some of you anyway, have seen the EA Sports rankings that come out.
Yeah, that game launches this month.
Okay,
So I
Gosh.
will be unreachable.
On July 19th.
I apologize to my wife, but she knows. She knows.
what I'm saying is, okay, if it was just a game, I don't really care if it's a bunch of geeks who come together and make a football game, but they don't. They partner with experts in analytics.
Yes.
One of which is PFF. Look them up. PFF.com. I think it's Pro Football Focus is the name of it.
Yep.
But I mean, they're like a Phil Steele and any other analytical. They're legit. And that's who they partner with to come up with these rankings. Okay. So there's more to it than just a bunch of geeks who work for,
Geeks.
whatever. But this is their power rankings.
So this is the overall team ranking.
Yeah.
Right, so look at that. That was the top 25, their power rankings, and basically it's PFF, Pro Football Focus.
So it goes Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Bama, Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, LSU, Penn State, and
Utah 10.
at number 10.
Keep going. Michigan.
Okay, Michigan, Florida State, Miami.
That's good.
Oh,
I just wanted to point out that we were above Michigan and Florida State on this list.
A&M at 14, Ole Miss, and then the next Big 12 team is Colorado.
That's
at 16,
I gotta admit,
which is shocking.
I'm a bit surprised by
I'm
it.
very surprised by that.
Yeah. Oklahoma, Wisconsin.
Man.
Oh, our friends.
Skip it.
Our
skip
good
it.
friends, SC,
SC.
Virginia Tech,
What
NC
happened?
State. Oh, do we
still
have
have that?
SC?
that?
I think
Will they be able to
Will
hear
they be
it?
able to hear it?
I don't know. Tell it.
Can you hear it?
How
They can't hear
Can you hear it or not?
Rose.
It's not your fault. Let's go.
I hope you can hear that because it's so amazing. Oh, I love it.
Maybe they couldn't hear
I
it.
can't. Oh, well.
Okay. But anyway, Utah at 10.
So look at the company they have us in. The people, the teams. I mean,
Here's the thing. Okay,
it's pretty cool.
this is what we've talked about. We have talked about this. We talk about it on this show. We talk about it on social media. It's not just Utah fans with this fluffed up attitude about who we are and this pompous attitude. Like, we know that last year was not a great year. We know that that was not the team that will be representing Utah this year if they stay healthy. And that's, all of those things. But when you look at the names that are on this list, Utah is absolutely a top 10 team. And so,
According to them, projections.
I
we
get
all
it.
get it.
We all get it.
I
Notre
mean-
Dame every year they're in the top 10, and then they
But we got
fizzle out.
Big 12. So yeah, Colorado. But then we have Kansas, 22, 23, Arizona, and 24 Oklahoma State. That's how they've got it. So
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that EA Sports is actually consulting with
Mhm.
people who maybe are more dialed in, because I've seen this floating around, obviously, on social media the last week, and I have had the thought, like, why are we putting so much stock into these video game developers and where they're ranking people? But
I do look at PFF. I had no idea that they
Right.
were connected to EA.
so that makes more sense. So then that makes it
so
more legit to me.
they're just one group, but
But
Well,
they're
this
analytically driven too. That's the thing. Is
Right.
it's all
yeah.
stats and these the analytics of it, which is the world today of
and
sports.
so those who can see it, these are the defensive power rankings. How they rank them.
So again, it's Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame. Oh, Michigan's higher here. Texas, Penn State,
Utah
10. At 10, Florida State,
Oh.
Oklahoma. So a lot of it is similar, but Michigan kind of
Michigan
jumped up
jumped.
higher.
defensively. But again, you got Colorado.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. There's someone on here from the Big 12 that's above them, isn't there?
No.
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 But you've got Colorado then, and then you got
State.
Oklahoma State,
And then Kansas
Kansas
State.
State
Is at 24.
So
It would be interesting. We should save these and see at the end of the year just how close. Because some of those, like Iowa, that doesn't surprise me. Some of those surprise me.
it surprises me.
But
And
hey.
this honestly, this surprises
Wait,
me.
hey, go back to that real quick. Go back to the defensive ranking if you could. I just want to see one thing.
Here, let me
There we go. Thank you.
enlarge it.
Sorry, this is not great.
That's all right.
Not great radio.
Okay, hold on. 16, they have USC
This defense.
for
All
defense.
right, throw this stuff out.
All right. Everything we just said about Pro Football Focus.
They
is
don't know what they're talking
garbage.
about. Hey, they have a new defensive coordinator. Maybe
I-
it'll work out for 'em.
Hey, the talent's there, but okay. I thought that my brain had made that up.
No.
Okay.
All right, but here we go. Let's go to the offense. So this is, I'm telling you what, this surprised me. I got to say. Offensive power rankings.
Georgia, Oregon, Bama, Texas, Ohio State, LSU, Miami, Colorado,
Okay.
Missouri, Clemson, Utah at 11, and then Penn State,
Man.
Ole Miss, Kansas, Arizona.
So Kansas, we got. So they're high on Colorado.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
Shador is
I get
their
it. I get it. But if you don't have a
their
line,
guy.
that's the biggest
Well, they're
question for them.
presuming. I don't know all the
I don't
ins and
know.
outs, but according to them, they're second to Utah, according to their analytics. But then you got Kansas at 14,
Arizona,
Arizona.
15,
Arizona.
and then
Um,
Oklahoma.
no,
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State's
State's not on there.
So
defensively.
Oklahoma
Offensively.
Offensively.
Yeah. They've got a really good
Oklahoma
running
State
back.
is not
Great
on
running
there.
back. Quarterback's a question mark. That is all I know about Oklahoma State.
well, right
So-
now.
There's some great running backs in the league, man. Where are we at, Bryn? Let's go.
All right.
Then this one is somewhat of a summary of the way teams with a top 10 rated offense and defense,
So the most
PFF.
well-rounded teams.
the most well-rounded teams. When you
Blue
put,
Bloods, baby.
put them all together, well, this is how they have us ranked. man.
Blue blood college
Well,
football.
and they don't have it ranked in any order, but listen to the names on this list that we are in company with. So Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Texas, Clemson, Ohio State, Penn State, and Utah.
Of course.
Boom.
That's exactly how I would put it. I would put us in
There
that
you
category. 100%.
You cocky Utah fan. How dare
Yeah.
you?
I am cocky.
I'm just going with what people are saying, man.
Well,
That's just the way it is. Now, this is an interesting one. We can have a little conversation. They did. So EA, they did the same thing. The loudest stadiums.
Is it the toughest,
Well, the toughest
stadium
place
to
to
play?
play.
Yeah, toughest stadiums to play.
Yeah.
toughest place to play. So,
Utah
let's just,
ended up at 18.
Yeah, okay. Let's read through these and then we can talk about some of them. So Texas A&M is number 1.
Which you've been to.
I have
so-
been to, so we'll talk about that in a second. Bama, LSU, Ohio State, Georgia, Penn State, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Florida State, Florida, which we've been to, Oregon, we've been to, Clemson, Tennessee, Auburn, South Carolina, you've been to, Michigan, you've been to, Virginia Tech, Utah at 18, and then Texas at 19.
Interesting. I'll say real quick, if you want to rile up a fan base, you put this list out
I know.
because just go online and find where this list was posted.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I know. People went nuts.
People went insane over
Well,
it.
Let's talk about Utah really fast.
First of all, I got to look.
Need your glasses.
What are you trying to look up
Yeah.
It
over
was the
there?
top 25.
Anyway,
Who we missing it from the Big 12? I can't.
well, Utah was the first Big 12.
There's nobody
here.
else.
I don't think there was anybody
That's why
else.
people are pissed from the Big 12.
Well, so
I get,
I get it.
I
would
get
be
that.
too.
I get it.
I don't know if this. I don't know how much stock to put in this because everyone's opinion's a bit different. And
Oregon
whatever.
at 11.
Okay, let me
Well,
just
let's-
ask this, Brendan. Texas A&M. You were there. Who did they play?
Mississippi State,
How was that?
because
Atmosphere.
they kept chanting, "Beat the hell out of Mississippi State."
You can't say that.
It was wild. It is such a wild environment there. The stadium's huge. It's hot as sin. Like, but the thing that is amazing, they're little cult yell leaders that are down on the field that everybody follows. Like the whole stadium does it choreographed. Everybody knows every cheer. Everybody knows the words. Everyone knows the hand movements. It
The
is a
swing
little
that they
strange. It's odd.
Is it loud?
It's loud. The
Okay.
game I was at was
The
very
people are
loud.
into it.
Oh,
whole place.
the whole
The
place.
whole place.
The place was packed. The game I was at, every seat, it was full. They have like 3 decks. So yeah, I can see. Now, I haven't been to some of these other top ones, so I don't know.
All right,
but
let's just
A&M
talk
is
about
it's a great place to play.
what about? Let's get down here. Take it off there. Okay, so Florida. We were all at Florida. What your that place was cool. That was loud,
It was loud. Talk about hot
Oh god.
mother.
hot,
Humid.
It was loud. I can see where it could be intimidating. So, one of the top stadiums, whatever. I'm just saying the environment was
The
fantastic.
environment was awesome.
And it was the stadium, not the north end zone.
Oh,
just
no.
the muss. We're just here, a
Everything.
little over here, and over on the west side, everyone's sitting on their butts the whole game. No, the whole stadium is rocking and rolling.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Florida was crazy. And I mean, to be honest, comparing the two, Texas A&M and Florida, the 2 games that I was at, I felt like Florida had the better atmosphere. Now, maybe that was just because they were so amped up to play
First
us
game of the year,
and
New coach.
the way it all happened. But I can imagine like A&M playing Texas or playing Bama or playing some of those
Yeah.
games in that stadium.
man.
I can see why it would be listed top. Okay, what about Oregon?
Outson Stadium.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
liked it.
You haven't been. To
I haven't
that-
been there.
You haven't been.
I've
to
been
that
there one time. It's kind of a missed rain.
one.
They
Mhm.
beat us. This was years ago. But it was I don't think it was like the loudest, but I can see the intimidation fact or the hard place to play because
Yeah.
the people are into it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the atmosphere was cool. So yeah, I liked it. I thought that it was intense. I was impressed by it. I
Yeah,
had fun.
I've been to 2 games up there. I'm a little surprised at how high they are on that list because it's a great place to play. It doesn't stand out to me as like the toughest,
Loudest,
place to play.
most
Yeah.
intimidating. I mean,
But-
I've never been. I've been to a number. I will say,
I thought it was great.
as I went through the list, there were a couple stadiums I've been to that I'm not surprised didn't make the list. So like Michigan, right? Big stadium, huge stadium.
Michigan was on there.
It was no,
On here.
what number are they?
They were lower, but
They
Oh,
are
they were
did they?
on there
16.
Oh, so it,
Below. They're just below us or
above us.
above us.
Yeah.
Look, I've been to Michigan twice.
maybe now that they're good, maybe
we beat them. We beat them twice.
it was not
The
loud.
2 times I was there that we won, and so they were subdued. There were moments it was loud. So I've just
Well, yeah, when you put 110,000 people in anywhere. But I remember sitting there kind of going, yeah, it's cool.
let me ask this. Let's go this direction. Did you think the stadium was cool?
Yeah, stadium was very cool.
Okay, that if we put that in there, is it intimidating? Plus, did you like the stadium? I thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
100,000.
I'm glad
Same
I
with
went.
Florida. I thought that was fantastic. Outson, I thought was cool.
Mhm. I don't know how they decided on this
don't
list.
either.
I mean, because a lot of it is subjective, right? But
All subjective, yeah.
Utah has an extremely high winning record at home. So we have that to point to. What, we've only lost twice there in the last
Like 30-2 recently.
however many years, and one of those was a COVID year when there were no fans,
fans.
in the stadium.
last year
and then
was
last
the-
year was so
We don't talk about it. Yeah, Notre Dame, by the way,
Oregon.
we've been to Notre Dame.
oh,
And I-
small.
Similar.
I thought that the tradition of it was neat.
The
to be
tradition.
there,
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like,
but I
this
was
is
actually a little bit underwhelmed.
kind of,
To be
yeah.
honest with you,
I'll
But I-
keep it polite.
I
That's
will
true.
say
I'm with you.
Big 12, everybody underestimates coming to Rice Eccles. They really do. Just ask Florida last year.
Yes.
The Little Stadium from their player. Like, people underestimate it because it doesn't seat as many as
Yeah.
the SEC and some of the other
That's true.
stadiums, but it's loud. People get into it. Yeah, Washington didn't make the list,
I don't know, man.
which is interesting.
That's why those kind of lists, as far as the stadium goes, I liked it. Of course, I only have been there one time, and when you were
Oh,
at the same
Washington?
time, Washington.
Yeah.
This time it was pouring rain.
Well, yeah.
Well, it
the
always
whole-
is.
Yeah, but I'm talking the whole game. But we did win, so it was
Washington's
a good night.
they're a hard place to play at too, because they've got the 3 decks on their stadium too. But I don't know. I mean, that list, it's funny though. People do go nuts over it,
Nuts.
but Rice Eccles is a very tough place to play. So that
Yes. Look, I will say
Great
this. I think
atmosphere.
there's probably some people here who have never seen us before. They're curious because we just joined the Big 12.
yeah.
If you have an opportunity, if your team is playing at Rice Eccles, especially if it's a night game, it's worth the trip. Okay. Yeah. We see 55,000. It's not 110,000, but the passion is there. The noise level is there. And
The
one of-
setting is cool.
the seating is awesome. There's not a bad seat in the house, and you're right over top of it. It's a great atmosphere. I mean, I've been to a number of stadiums where it's like, yeah, this is neat. Rice Eccles is towards the top of that list.
Well, and we've been to other stadiums that seat a lot more people, but they're quieter
A lot.
than what Rice
Yeah,
Eccles is.
a
So
lot. Come. If you have a chance, please come. We talked to a lot of Florida people that came out last year, and yeah, the Little Austin after the game, they were very, very impressed.
I was saying not the seating. I said the setting is
Oh, the
real-
setting.
The setting's neat with the mountains right there, and yeah, depending the time of the year. Anyway, yeah, I'll say this. So I went to a South Carolina game, but they played Bama. So you can imagine
the hatred.
the intensity of that game.
Weren't you sitting on the surface of the sun too?
Dude, that was hot.
well,
If
anything in the
sun-
south.
If the
In the
sun, or if the clouds did not come and filter the sun,
You would have melted into a puddle.
I had to go up to the top. We had good seats. We were like in row 20 on like the 20-yard line. But it got so hot I had to get up under those misters because they had those things going everywhere.
jeez.
Otherwise, I would have passed out. But
We're not used to humidity
But they did-
here.
No, we're
their
not.
intro, is it Sandstorm?
No.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandstorm, Sandman.
No,
No.
It's
Oh,
not
That
interesting.
one's different. This
That
is
one's different.
Look up Sandstorm. I'm not going to try
Got
to
it.
mimic it.
Do it.
But the intro and the team comes out and it
Mimic
was
it.
against Alabama. Oh my gosh, that was a sweet setting.
Oh yeah.
And then Alabama proceeded to blow them out. And I thought South Carolina played good. It was an amazing thing to watch, I got to say. I'll give props. But it was a neat atmosphere, no doubt.
I love a good college football atmosphere. I mean, I was
Oh,
actually
know.
thinking
It's
about
2
this.
months away.
Like
Yeah,
some of
we're
the
2
best atmospheres I've been to. I mean, there's been some good ones where it's just like pure college football atmosphere.
Mhm.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares.
And a lot of times the best atmospheres are games that we've lost at.
Yeah,
but
seriously.
Still,
Okay,
I've
I'm going
been
to
to
say
some.
this, though.
but still you leave going,
Man,
oh, that was cool.
awesome with the drums.
Talking about stadiums. I liked the Coliseum. I'm going to miss going to the Coliseum.
But
But it's an old stadium. It's big and it kind of filters out.
Yeah, it
so
goes
it's not
this
as
way.
loud, but I did like the Coliseum. I liked the Rose Bowl. I
Mhm.
thought that was neat. And where it was the
Oh,
setting there
the
was
setting's
sweet.
incredible.
I'm going to say I apologize.
Oh, here it comes.
To any Arizona fans.
Oh,
Oh, we've talked about this before.
But Arizona, you have got to blow that place to smithereens
I
and
forgot
start
about
over,
that
dude.
place.
that place is awful.
It's
They
bad.
literally put a stadium like on top of an existing stadium.
Yeah, of steel and aluminum.
It was the
But-
bathrooms
But they
were
didn't,
made for
they didn't
people.
renovate the bathrooms.
No, like you're
that are
going
this
in
big.
sideways to go to the bathroom, and you're kind of like, "What do I?"
The stalls are
They're
like
2 stalls.
this big.
It was unreal.
They got to
It
blow it up, man.
They need to seriously. Arizona,
Come on. Anyone that's been to an Arizona,
They know.
They know.
they know.
Colorado, we've never been to. I kind of want to go
I do
to,
want to go to Boulder.
to Boulder.
I've heard it's great
Mhm.
things.
Smoke some grass up there now, Bryn. Go to
Okay,
Boulder.
Do it.
that's fine.
Do it.
I mean,
All right, here's what we're gonna do. What do you think? We have decided.
okay, but before we do that, I want to give a shout out
James.
to James. Yay! No, shout out to Athletes for Life. So
Oh, yeah.
you need to look them up. Look them up on social media. Last summer, can you see their logo? Athletes for Life. So last summer we interviewed Hank Mondaka. So go back, you can look at that episode, but he started this group. He's a former punter, right?
Hunter.
Punter at the U. He formed this group with some other former players, and they run a football camp during the summer up at the Ute Tribe Reservation. Last year was their first year doing it, and then they just finished their camp last week. Go back and look at their social media.
It's awesome.
Look at the videos. This year, they had like over 20 Utah football players that went up there and did the camp for these kids.
It was neat. I saw some. videos
So
on it.
most of the kids that participate, they are kids that live on the reservation. They are members of the Ute tribe. And then you had our Utah football players up there running the camp. So amazing. Again, look them up. If you want to support them, their website is athletes4.life. So again, that's athletes4.life. We'll put that in the description.
Athletes for Life. Yeah.
Definitely, I would contribute to them. They're doing such amazing, wonderful things. And I love the partnership that they're building between the Ute tribe and the Utah football
Mhm.
team and the university. And it's amazing. And congratulations to Hank and Shelly. They just got engaged
Ooh,
while
really?
they were here.
Oh, that's
well
cool.
done, man.
I know, Hank, he finally did it.
About freaking
He
time.
finally put the ring on the finger. They did it at the stadium at Rice Eccles. Congratulations to them.
That's romantic.
I'll be waiting
it
for my
is.
invite.
Again, Athletes for Life, an amazing organization. We love supporting them.
Yeah, go back. We interviewed Hank last year, and it was great. First of all, like you said, he played.
Yeah.
Back when they played on like concrete. Yeah, he
AstroTurf.
he broke his leg. He was telling us about how he broke his leg in Hawaii. So but great interview. And then he gets into this foundation and the whole point of it. It's very, very cool.
All right.
All right. so
Okay.
what we decided to do, we've got a couple of months to go. So what we decided to do is to choose a helmet that we thought was cool from a team in the Big 12 other than Utah. If you can see this, the candy apple red
Oh, yeah.
configuration, that's my favorite Ute. Is that yours?
I think that's all of ours favorite.
Yeah, the mat.
The candy apple
Oh no,
red,
that one.
Utah.
That one's okay. The candy apple. Yes,
That's not the same one.
it's not the same one.
No.
Yes, it is.
No. Anyway, we all know what we're talking
Okay,
about.
but we decided a helmet we like from another Big 12 team. We'd be interested if what any of you think or have a favorite. So we're going to go with James first.
This might shock some people.
It's going to shock some people.
This surprise you?
I don't know yours yet.
Oh.
I haven't seen yours yet. So let's pull it up here. Ew.
Anus you.
I absolutely love that helmet.
What? Why?
Okay, for those of you who are
Actually,
not,
I kind of like it too.
it's the yellow and what color red is that? I don't know.
It's like a no, it's not even
Maroon.
red. It's maroon.
Maroon, but it's
It's got a
the
breast.
Sparky with the pitchfork. Arizona State, listen to me right now. Go back to this.
Isn't this it?
Go back to this permanently. Oh, stop doing that, please. Go back to this. I think that is.
What do they don't use that now?
beautiful.
What do
No,
they
they
use
use
now?
like the
fork?
Sparky helmet, like the face of the mascot, and then the fork.
They use the fork.
I
beautiful.
like the color. I'm not going to lie.
Go back
oh,
to it.
I don't. You
Go back to
two.
what?
You two are both crazy. I don't like that one.
All right, I'm going to put mine up.
I do not like
There were some. Okay, I haven't seen yours yet.
ASU.
Don't look.
Don't look. Here it comes. Okay.
That's yours.
Oklahoma
Oklahoma State. Dude, look at that matte black. Everything's black.
That is so. That's not even their best one.
They do a gray one. I don't know if they use it anymore. I've seen it in the past. I don't know what season it was. They had some gray unis and a gray helmet. I really liked. I like.
What do you like about it?
What do you like?
It's nothing on there.
Hey, it's a
Boring.
free country. First Amendment. I
Okay.
can say I like this.
There's right and there's wrong still, and that is wrong.
No, I like the matte finish. I think the orange is cool with it, and the face mask is black. The thing is, you put this with their whole black uniform or black.
Yeah, it looks like Oregon. It's Oregon State.
Hey,
Oregon.
okay,
State
your
University.
choice was garbage.
It's
No,
just-
you like my choice.
It's just Halloween. It just looks like it's Halloween.
I looked at some or Oklahoma. See, look at it. Oklahoma State.
I was gonna say it's because
There
it's
was
OSU too.
There's some good
Okay, if you don't like it, that's your problem.
Okay.
It's a sweet looking helmet.
people. What do you
See
think?
what happens when you tell Gary he's wrong.
Yeah. Oh, the Jayhawk? No.
And here's Bryn's, everybody.
This is the best one. That's the best
What
one.
is it?
It's the Horn Frog.
Horn frog.
It's TCU. This is the one they wore when they played the national championship.
I like it.
It's sweet.
I like it.
It's got the purple chrome face mask and then the black and then the crazy looking
Bryn has a
horn
purple
frog.
fetish.
The
I'm just telling
purple.
you, she has a
I do.
purple fetish.
I do. See, everyone's agreeing with me.
No, Bryn's wrong. You can't even. Can you tell me that's a horn frog? Can you
Yes.
see it?
Yeah.
Nobody knows
It
what
looks
a,
like a bunch of scribbles.
nobody knows what a horned frog even is.
Yeah, they do. It's a horny toad
It's
or whatever.
cool. Look at it. It's cool.
I
It's
had
such
an honorable mention that Gary didn't even put on.
Oh, what was it?
Go Google it. Last year when Houston did the throwback for the Houston Oilers.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I think I know which one.
But it for me, the helmet's cool, but it's the whole uniform.
well, we need to do uniforms. Maybe we'll do
We'll do
uniforms
uniforms next time.
Next
Uniforms next
episode.
time.
It was tough. There were some like the classic ones, right? Like West Virginia,
I like
very
yeah.
classic. There's some, and then there's like the more modern style ones.
I mean, I like Texas Tech. They're very
Utah.
similar to Utah's. It's basically
It's Utah.
Utah's because it's the two interlocking T's and we have the
I
interlocking
mean,
U's.
Houston is that
Look.
with the 8
That's true.
and the same colors.
All
Although
these interlocking.
I'm revisiting this.
Uh,
Come on.
no, it's so.
Those black uniforms and that the simplicity is what makes it beautiful.
I'm just
The
waiting to
colors.
see. It needs a beaver on it because it
yeah,
looks
on
just
the other
like
side
Oregon
is there a
State.
beaver with a little.
You guys are
hat.
nuts. I'm just saying. You guys are nuts, man.
I can't believe that's what you picked. I'm a little disappointed.
Versus picking an anus U helmet.
Yeah,
You're both wrong. It's the TCU,
yeah. John, meh.
the horn frog.
Yeah.
Think about what a horn
West
frog
Virginia,
is.
a lot
Nobody
of
has a
people have black
mascot
helmets.
like that.
I,
The horn frog shoots blood out of its eye.
I know.
Wait a
It's
minute.
Sweet.
Google it.
all right. We got to move along real quick. Okay. So
True, they do.
maybe some of you saw this picture. It was done. I tried to look up the guy. I don't know if he created it.
I doubt he created it.
It was Hoops or Hoop was what I saw on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I don't know who this came from or anything like that. All I'm saying it's good conversation because I'm curious as to what you think about
let's see it.
this here. This is what he put out, was on social media. I saw it on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So what you've got here is what he said.
He said the GOAT
and the
from every
description was
sport.
the GOAT in all of these sports. Okay?
Mhm.
In other words, the greatest of all time
Right.
in all of these sports.
Right.
Now,
I have issue with about half of these.
I have massive issues. Who wants to go first with
let's let Gary go
Wait,
first.
you two have opinions about something?
When this
What? I know. I get it.
I'll just go as far as I can. I don't know some of these up. Brady, yes. Can we all agree on
GOAT.
Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
the GOAT.
He's
yeah.
the GOAT.
The only thing that
Best
kind of bugs me
quarterback.
about this is they have him in his Tampa uniform. They should have
That's
put him
true.
in
That should have been.
his
Mm.
Patriots uniform.
Okay.
Okay, that's a separate thing.
LeBron James, this is a travesty.
No.
No freaking way.
No, sorry.
MJ, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, right off the top. And then for me, I would go Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I mean,
No.
there's some other guys that go before.
No,
No
it's,
way.
it's
It's
Jordan.
Jordan. It's Jordan.
Michael
It's no
Jordan.
way.
I don't know
it's
how you
LeBron James,
put
dude.
LeBron in there, because one person responded, "It's the modern that wasn't specified here.
Yeah. What do you
No.
think? What do you think GOAT is an
It's
acronym for?
the greatest of all time.
It's not
All time, not
Recently.
right now time.
recent.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Messi, no. Pele.
I'm gonna disagree. Messi,
Oh, you're out of your mind.
Messi.
I'm gonna say Beckham.
What about Mr. Smooth? He played today.
He did. I watched him. Guy couldn't score to save his life, but he.
No, they don't know who you're talking about.
And tell everyone who
Mr. Smooth is Cristiano
Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo. I couldn't think of his name. Ronaldo, because he shaves every
everything.
but Messi.
Everything. Dennis Rodman.
But no, I'm gonna say Beckham just because of his looks.
Okay, keep going.
He is the greatest of all time.
No, it's
Uh,
Messi.
I'm kidding. It's Messi.
No, it isn't. It's Pele. Easy. I think that's Tiger Woods.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
absolutely,
yeah.
I think he is, until he had his sex addiction and ran into a tree. or
Who
something.
who hasn't done that in their life?
I mean, boys and girls, let that be a lesson to you. Don't have a sex addiction.
Oh,
Besides, he had a hot wife. What's he doing?
did have a
He did
hot
have
wife.
smoke show.
Is it Derek Jeter? Is
Yes.
the baseball player?
No way.
not even in the
No
top
way.
20?
That's stupid.
That's who's on the picture.
Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron,
There's
Willie Mays,
so many.
Yeah.
There's so
Freaking-
many.
Ty Cobb. That's just stupid.
That's bad.
Okay. Hockey fans. Ovechkin is not the greatest of all time.
Again, not even in the top 10.
Anyone that knows anything.
In the top
It's-
10.
No.
Gretzky's won.
Well, Gretzky's
Gretzky's
won.
won by
I know.
Here, I'm going to give you let me just tell you something here. Real quick.
Gretzky's so far out.
Gretzky is the greatest hockey player of all time. It's not even close. Ovechkin is the greatest pure goal scorer, in my opinion. Now,
Okay.
you want to know how great Wayne Gretzky is? This is how great Wayne Gretzky is. If Wayne Gretzky never scored a single goal his entire career, he would still be the all-time points leader in the NHL because he has that many assists. That is how
Boom.
good that man is.
Yeah, you can't. No, you got to put Gretzky.
You
on
got to
there.
put
There's
Gretzky.
just no
He's the
question.
GOAT.
by far.
by
There's
far.
plenty others.
He's the great one. Hello.
And if you're going to argue it, then put like Gordie Howe or Lemieux. But I love Ovechkin. I'm a huge Ovechkin fan. In fact, I hope he breaks the record in Salt Lake City while I'm in attendance.
Right?
But no, he's not the greatest of all time.
It's Gretzky. How-
The others, I thought it was Serena Williams.
It's Serena Williams.
it is Serena Williams. Someone was saying Simone Biles. It's not. It's Serena
Blow it back
Williams
up
on
again.
there.
I will say this.
Oh, Gordon, I saw Gretzky play for the Kings in like 93.
Yeah, we saw him play. The Kings played Montreal in the Forum, and it was the same year they went to the finals
And played each
against
other. And Patrick Roy was the goalie of the. That's pretty cool.
And the Kings won that game.
Back
Gretzky
when-
had 2 assists. It was 5-3 Kings.
Back when hockey was hockey and you could mug somebody.
Gordie Howe is above.
Gordy Howe's above.
Okay.
You
Um,
Devolved into hockey conversation.
Serena Williams, I get it. I see people
I get
would
it.
say stuff, but not for me, man. Steffi Graf is the one. You guys probably
If
never
it's-
saw her, dude.
If it's pure, if it's just pure female tennis, it's Serena.
It's female. It's Serena.
It's Serena.
No, it is not.
It is. That
You
one's
don't even
right.
know who Steffi Graf is.
Yes, I
do. If you're
Okay,
playing
you
with
guys you're youngins.
I don't love Serena. I hate how she complains all the time. Every
I'm
time
not
she plays,
talking
she
about any of
complains.
that.
But Serena is the best in women's tennis. Okay, who was the other one? I don't even know who
Isn't
the
it
other.
Jeff Gordon? Is that who that is?
I could care less.
Oh,
I think
racing.
it's Jeff Gordon, and I don't know. I don't have an opinion.
Emerson
Maybe-
Fittipaldi,
Yeah, I don't know who this one up in the corner
I don't know what
next
that
to
means.
Serena.
Mario Andretti. I'd go with Mario Andretti.
I don't know who that is. So I'm going to
I
give
guess
them like
maybe
a
it is.
50% here, which was pretty much all the scores I got in high school. 5 out of 10. Try harder. You're
No,
never
man.
going anywhere in life. I saw that a lot.
C's get degrees.
And here I am.
All right. Any final?
No, I mean, so it is Big 12 Media Days
Oh, yeah, next
week.
We will not be there.
I know
unfortunately.
somebody asked if
We should be there.
I mean, you want to drive down to Vegas and
I would.
let's go.
You get us in.
yeah, who has an
Get
in?
some interviews rolling.
Let's.
We're more entertaining than the other people that are asking questions.
What are you doing?
I'm removing that
Oh.
from. No, we're not planning on it, but that is going to be
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
It'd be great.
Um,
That's next week.
I think they've split it into 2 days. Utah is day 1.
Yep.
And so that's a lot of content's going to come out of that. A lot of information, so we will be doing an episode for sure after that so we can kind of see what goes on. Oh, Gary
Don't
Stinger,
get us
don't
started,
even.
Gary.
Why would you do that? Don't bring that up right now as we're trying to end the show.
Gary should be in that.
I
movie.
should be
Talk.
the greatest of all time.
In
All of them.
in his leotard for his wrestling. Put that image in your brain.
Speedo, baby.
Oh,
Go Utes. Have a fabulous,
7 weeks.
fabulous
on, baby.
4th of July. It's my favorite.
Don't. That's your favorite holiday?
Love the 4th of July.
All right, thank you for joining.
It's so fun to be back.
Next
Love
Around
you.
the table.